Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 31 of Zero to Hero, and as you guys can see we're starting the episode with the Ballon d'Or winner, who is Dybala. So congratulations to him on winning the Ballon d'Or, beating players like Neymar, Messi and so on to it. But our first match, of course, of the new season. This should really be our first full season playing as a Kashima Antlers player, is at home up against Consadole Sapporo. And 8 minutes in, I did well to cut inside on my less favoured foot and create a chance on goal for Yuma Suzuki. But as we saw, it didn't quite rattle the net in the end. I cut inside again from a bit of an acute angle, have a shot, but it gets saved by the goalkeeper. 79th minute, I pick up the loose ball, whip the ball into the box, and Yuma Suzuki made it 1-0 with just over 10 minutes to go. So, not Yuma Suzuki, sorry. Abe made it 1-0. Yuma Suzuki. Well done, me. First match of the new season, first assist of the new season. I am, of course, aiming this season to not only finish top of the assist charts as we have done before. My theory really is that if we could do that with V-Varen Nagasaki, then there's absolutely no idea why we can't do that with a much stronger side. But of course I am aiming, or I want us as a team, there's only so much I can do and influence that obviously as a collective unit, to win the Japanese League this season and to hopefully qualify from the Asian Champions League group stages at least. Second game of the season up against the winners of the J1 League last season, the Kashiwa Reysol. They beat us to the title in first place whilst we were in second by about 10 points. 12 minutes in, Cristiano missed a one-on-one. We then lost the ball trying to attack the Yellows. Cristiano was once again in a one-on-one position. I think that was Cristiano at least, and his poor upper body strength meant that he missed the chance. 50th minute, I do well to win the ball back and try and reinstigate an attack of some sort. Shot goes wide from Yuma Suzuki. He's looking for his first goal of the new campaign. 60th minute, I end up tracking the runner who's making himself available for the short corner, and unfortunately that left less players in the box, and it resulted in the first goal of the game. It's probably too early in the season to call this kind of like a title winning 6-pointer, but there's no doubt that both these two sides are kind of going to be up in and around the top 3 or 4 come the end of the season. So a loss here wouldn't be great for us, but there's still plenty of matches to be played. I got substituted off, which wasn't great. It wasn't necessarily because I was playing poorly, but it's because I was giving my all. And I did, of course, make it into the January team of the month, which was nice to see. Third match in, up against Kawasaki Frontale. I hope you guys are enjoying this new format. A lot of people were fans of it, and obviously the most significant part of the new format is that we're mainly focusing on key highlights rather than kind of stretching games out. That way you guys get more games per episode. Lovely run from me down the right wing. We are playing more as a right midfielder now than a central midfielder, and I'm not really quite sure myself how Yuma Suzuki missed this opportunity, who of course again is looking for his first goal of the campaign. It's a bit ironic because he always used to score against me when I played for V-Varen Nagasaki. 41st minute, ball over the top, smashed home. Goal was scored by Kakita, celebrating there with the crowd. It was a really nice pass over the top, and it was nice to kind of see my teammates create a goal without me influencing it in some way, shape or form. That very rarely happened at V-Varen Nagasaki. I make a bit of a awkward run towards the front post and just headed the ball backwards, and I think that caught off the Kawasaki Frontale players, and Kubota managed to get on the end of the ball in the mixer. There's the header from me, and all I'm going to say is I'm glad that the first person that got to that ball was wearing a red shirt. So that gave us some breathing space with a 2-0 lead. But, yeah, it didn't last too long. Ball whipped into the box, and Chinen beat our centre-back to the ball. Our goalkeeper probably should have done a little bit better. It was against a run of play, so I was, of course, trying to rally the troops and go in surge of trying to recreate that 2-goal gap to give us a bit of breathing space. But with 15 minutes or so, you know, we had to show our character. We had to be resilient, and it was a good save from our goalkeeper to the same man that scored in Chinen to stop pretty much their only other chance on goal. As you can see, we did win that one 2-1. Now, you probably noticed that I've not shown match ratings, individual ratings. The reason is because I genuinely just forgot during editing. Ratings will reappear again halfway through this episode, so I do apologise about that. But again, like for the first 2 episodes, you guys saw that I made Team of the Month, which probably means I was averaging probably around a 7.5 or an 8.0. Yeah, the good old-fashioned run across goal from myself that obviously you'll see me do a lot for V-Varen Nagasaki, something I'm pulling out of the bag again, but the shot went just wide from me. 64th minute, we score, and Yuma Suzuki, most importantly, scores YS7 with his little cheeky celebration. And yeah, it was a nice drilled ball across the goal, and yeah, he was never going to miss from there, a player of his quality. 72nd minute, ball out wide, whipped into the box. Here we go again. Goalkeeper for me there really should have done a lot better. Like, I'm not really quite sure what the goalkeeper was doing there. The ball didn't have that much power on the header behind it, and it sort of looped over the goalkeeper. Like, I mean, I'm not really quite sure. For me, he should be catching that with both hands. So, yeah, this is a game that we really should be looking to win. Adam Ilson, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, somehow blasted that wide. And yeah, I got a chance here, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but I just wasn't fast enough towards the end of the game, and then the angle was far too acute for me to get a genuine shot on goal. So considering we dominated the mass majority of this game, it's very disappointing that the full-time score was 1-1. You guys just saw the league table there, so it's still early days to derive too much from the league table. And here it is, our first Asian Champions. Oh, I'm sorry, I wanted to say AFC, but it is the AFC. It's the Asian Champions League, obviously. We are up against Zub Ahan, who are one of the better Iranian sides, and this is really the first continental competition I really feature in, so it's quite cool. And obviously I want us to do well. I believe in real life the Kashima Antlers actually won the Asian Champions League in 2018, so, you know, it goes to show, like, the core of our current team isn't too different from that team, so, you know, we should be able to mount a decent effort, I think, this season. We do hit the bar in the, I think it was the 39th minute, 56th minute, lovely passing from the Antlers, nice twist and turn from Kakita to take the ball past one of the Iranian defenders, or one of the Zub Ahan defenders, and he smashed it home, at home, to make it 1-0. But again, you know, the past couple of games, we have had a nice 1-0 lead, but we've let it slip. But the game pretty much drizzled out into a battle of a midfield battle, a battle for possession, and we were able, with practically the last kick of the game, to chisel in our name on the 3 points, as Yuma Suzuki got his second of the season. A lovely volley from a very, very good cross. Second assist actually for that right back. It's very, very helpful now that I have a right back with me down the right wing. It allows me to cut inside a lot more. It means he overlaps a lot more as well. Get some decent balls into the box, which is good. Next up, a league game away at Nagoya Grampus. I was nice and fresh because I got substituted off in the Asian Champions League game, and that freshness certainly showed. My first goal of the brand new campaign. It was that same old run from the right hand side across towards kind of the penalty spot / front post. The defenders can't pick me up because I'm a loose cannon, and yeah, it was a real good finish from myself. 22nd minute, ball once again drilled across towards Yuma Suzuki. I've noticed that the AI is playing a lot of drilled crosses towards Yuma. It seems to be how, or rather what suits him the most. And then I decided to score a second of my own. Safe to say I was on fire this match. And whilst at V-Varen Nagasaki, we had a really good, really healthy partnership with M Suzuki. It was none other than Yuma Suzuki that assisted me for that second goal, and that was pretty much it for this game. Both my goals won us the game drizzled out, I got man of the match. I told you ratings would come back, and yeah, we made the January team of the month. As you can see, I also made the February team of the month, so whilst you guys didn't see ratings individually, the fact that I'm making the teams of the months. Means that I must be doing pretty well, right, in terms of the ratings. Next up, another Asian Champions League game. The matches are coming thick and fast now. Up against Al-Gharafa that actually have Wesley Schneider in their team. So early on in my career as a 19-year-old, I think I'm 19, to just even be playing in the same match as a legendary player, ex-Inter Milan, ex-Netherlands, ex-Real Madrid, to be playing to be on the same pitch as a player like Wesley Schneider is great for myself, and hopefully I was impressing him because, I got an assist, drilled the ball into the box. I was kind of learning more about our strikers. I'm finding that drilled crosses are working a little bit better for this team and for the players we have at our disposal versus at V-Varen Nagasaki, where Murillo was pretty good aerially. So there's the first assist for myself. None other than Abe managed to get the goal. And I was really unlucky here. Good front post run, 48th minute, but it was blocked by the goalkeeper. Wesley Schneider then scored, as you'd expect him to. He is the captain as well. Cool celebration from him. I think Al-Gharafa are a team from Qatar. They also have Mehdi Taremi, who I think was player of the last Asian Cup. Like, best player in the last Asian Cup. He played for Iran. I think he definitely scored a couple of goals for him. But yeah, still, I feel like a team we should be looking to beat. Granted, we are away from home, but I popped up with a second assist. And we're slowly starting to see now how I am scoring more. I am getting more assists in this new season. As my teammates are getting used to me, I'm getting used to them. Sometimes it's just a simple trick, being able to have that telepathy, understand how your teammates play and so on. Reverting to more drilled crosses can help us score more goals. And talking about goals, we unfortunately conceded one in the 92nd minute. Othman Alawi, pointing to a completely different name on the back of his shirt, was obviously proud of it. I think from our perspective we'll take the point, but again we are struggling to hold on to leads at times from winning positions. And considering there was about 3 of us towards the crosser, like one of us should have been able to stop the cross. But despite the 2-2 draw, I did get a full-time score of 8.0. Next up, against V-Varen Nagasaki, we should be doing better in the league. So none other than V-Varen Nagasaki that finished bottom of the league last season. You'd think we're at home as well. We should be looking to thrash these guys. But as we know, whenever there's an M. Suzuki on the pitch, he always finds a way to score. Even when I'm not the one assisting him. And in fact, I was the one trying to tackle him here. He completely turned me, to be fair to him. I do think that we had 2 defenders that should have really approached him after I lost him. And they didn't do anything about it. And a couple of minutes later, when he scores the second, showing up at the back post with a volley like that, you can't help but think that it's game, set and matched. And I just wish the Kashima Antlers AI was smart enough to sign him, because honestly I think M. Suzuki, is just far too good to be rotting in a relegation fodder team like V-Varen Nagasaki. Anyhow, 30 minutes, good through ball from myself. Yumi had defenders hot on his tail, so he did have to take that first time. 41st minute, cut inside and have a cheeky shot from a very small angle. Gets saved, we win a corner. I'm making a run here towards the front post. Have to take it first time, so I've got Buis hot on my tail. And the V-Varen Nagasaki goalkeeper suddenly remembered how to be a shot stopper, which is certainly something he was not capable of doing back when I played for the V-Varen Nagasaki. But anyhow, 45th minute, just before the half-time whistle, I was reaping havoc up against 3 centre-backs. I mean, because I played for V-Varen Nagasaki for so long, I kind of knew some of their weaknesses. I was trying to get into the half spaces and make runs in and around the sides, and it meant that I got another assist to my name. So my form is quality at the moment, whether it's goals, whether it's assists. It was Pedro Jr. that scored for us, but unfortunately we conceded another one. Really good volley from Kono, and we kept huffing and puffing, but we just couldn't quite find the back of the net. I kept trying to create something. It was a bad miss there from Kakita, and we basically lost to V-Varen Nagasaki. Not good enough, really. And, national team squad announcement came up, and out of the blue, phone was ringing. And who was on the other side? Gareth Southgate, who has decided to call me up for the European qualifiers to play for England. And I think we're going to leave this episode at a bit of a cliffhanger there. So if you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.